Morning, morning. Susannah here, the Good Property Company. So listen, we do loads of videos for you guys. So somewhere there's a button to subscribe. So click on that, and then you get all the videos brought to you when we release them. And we release them, unless I forget, Monday to Friday, with occasional Saturdays just for fun. All right. How, as a beginner, would you start writing a business plan? You can get complicated, and I think in the beginning what will happen is you will actually become more complicated than you are later on. My first business plan in property was 16 pages long. It was a thing of mathematical beauty. You could do the maths that way, that way, that way, and that way. Oh, and by the way, I have just come out from training, which is why I'm wearing sweatshirt and my gym clothes. And so, how to write a business plan? Start by figuring out both your short-term goals and your long-term goals, or at least your medium-term goals. For some of you, that's going to be really quite easy because you're going to be great at visualizing. For others of you who are very operational, like I am, it's actually going to be quite hard because you're like, well, just tell me what to do. I want to know how to do this thing. Well, yeah, but why do you want to do it and where do you want to get to? So what I always ask all of my guys that I work with on my mentoring programs is, I want you to write a business plan for 1 year, which suits all the operational people like me who just like, yeah, tell me what to do and I'll go do it. And then I want you to write a business plan for 5 years. Now, I just want that to be a 1 page. I just want on the 1 year and 5 year to be assets of, income of. So your assets, like property, how much value do you want the assets to be? Now, often people start by writing how many houses they want to buy. I did too, but actually it kind of isn't that important. It's about what's the value of the asset. And what's the loan to value, as in how much does the bank own and how much do you own, and what would you like that to be after year 1 and what would you like that to be after year 5. And in income, what would you like that to be after year 1, i.e. your profit, and what would you like that to be after year 5. So try and do a 1 page of, I'd like my income to be this and my asset value to be this, and after year 1 and then after year 5 I want my income to be this and my asset value to be this. And then go on the 5-year thing first. What do you want life to look like? Now, I was terrible at this because I just wanted to know how to get on with it. But what do you want life to look like? So if you turn around to me and say, I want to be able to travel the world, I am going to say to you, HMOs is not going to suit your strategy. So I don't want you to start with the strategy. Sue, should I do single lets, multi-lets, service accommodation, property development, building houses, splitting houses to flats, rent to rent? No. What should I do? No. What do you want your life to be? Because then we choose a strategy that fits your life. So figure out what you want your life to be. Are you going to be passionate about this business like I am? I'm like super excited about doing some stuff on the property business today. Or is property just a means to an end to you and you'd rather go and chill out and travel? In which case you don't want high human involvement property strategy because it isn't going to work long term. Then come back to year 1. So you've set out year 1 and year 5, and you've set out a very rough idea of how you feel in a perfect world your life would be. Then come back to year 1 and go, right, guided by the strategy on year 5, which is, I want to sit at the beach, or I'm actually really passionate about property. I'm going to now choose my strategy. And I always want you to do 2 key skills, and those 2 key skills are, how do you raise money and how do you find deals? Okay, you've got other key skills as well in property, but if you can find deals and if you can raise money, whether it's private money, commercial banks, relationships with banks, private banks, a great financial advisor, it doesn't really matter. It's about your kind of public fundraising and your private fundraising, i.e. banks and other funding organisations, as well as any private lenders. And then if you can find deals, now whether you're finding land, whether you're finding houses, you want to be finding deals wholesale. They call them discounted deals, I call them wholesale. You're basically buying something at a wholesale price that you're going to then flip onto a retail price. Whether you keep it and refinance it and pull your money back out, or whether you sell it out. So get really strong. Assess yourself. Can I do funding? If not, I need to write a funding plan. And can I do deals? If not, I need to write a training plan so that I'm great at doing deals. And then start to go, after I've got those 2 skills down pat, which strategy am I going to choose? Am I going to choose single lets, multi-lets, service accommodation, buy to sell, build to rent, houses to flats? There is rent to rent. I'm never a huge fan of it, although a couple of good friends of mine do it really well. Splitting things off, what is your strategy? And get extremely good at that particular strategy. Then, once you've chosen, now make it sound so easy. This takes ages. And so don't get frustrated if it doesn't take the 5 minutes that's taken me to run this video. Then I want you to go, okay, in order to do that, what are my KPIs, key performance indicators? So what do I need to do every week and every month to make that happen? So if we take like sourcing deals, for example, just as one thing, you go, okay, I'm going to do, well, my target in my first year of being full-time in property was I was going to do 60 deals. I did 43, so I was a bit peed off. Whereas if my target hadn't been 60 and I'd done 43 property deals in a year, I'd be quite happy. But actually I was a bit like, I missed it. So in order to do whatever target is in deals, know that you're going to need to make about 100 phone calls to estate agents. You're going to need to do 25 to 30 viewings. You're going to put offers on 85% of your property of the viewings in order to get 1 or 2 deals. Once you know the maths, you know the numbers. If you say, well, I need 100 phone calls, 30 viewings, 25 offers to get 1 or 2 deals, just say it was 1 for math's sake. You go, well, if I want 12 deals, I need to make 1,200 phone calls. I need to make 12 times 30 viewings, so 360 viewings. I need to do 12 times 25 offers, da 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 da. Do you see what I mean? So now that is about identifying on a weekly basis, am I staying consistent in the work I need to produce to deliver the outcome? Because your KPIs, your key performance indicators, are what you look at every week to figure out, have I hit the end goal? And finally, and this is just this is a beginner's guide to writing a plan, so it's quite kind of light and kind of you do this. Each step has got lots of detail to it, so we've got other videos on that, or come on a workshop or whatever. Come on conference calls as well, which we're currently doing. We might not do them forever. And then finally, cash is king. For a new entrepreneur, cash flow is going to either kill you or make you float. You know. So I want you to then take your business plan and forward project your cash flow for about 18 months. And you'll notice where it goes red, great, okay, then you write your fundraising plan to fill those gaps, and where it goes green, which is you're back in positive cash flow and ideally good profit. And in a property business, which is quite lumpy in cash, it's the cash flow that's almost like your, you know, your seatbelt, your security, your safety harness. So there we go. Business plan 1 year, 5 year, assets and income. Then get good at raising private finance and deal sourcing. Then drop down and go, okay, figuring out my 5-year plan, which is kind of more what is my life to be looking like. How do I do, which strategy do I choose out of all the different types of strategies? Then figure out your KPIs, your weekly and monthly deliverables to make that strategy deliver. Then look at the gaps and then fill those gaps, and then project out your cash flow. Now, I don't want you to be bazookaed with that. We can help you, but that is the step-by-step process to writing a business plan. We haven't even talked about budgets. That's next. Right, I'm off to work. Bye. Oh, I've been lifting for an hour and a half. See ya.